In the ceaseless flow of human relations, we often find ourselves entangled in the coils of approval and judgment from others. This relentless pursuit of acceptance can turn into a heavy burden, limiting our most authentic and genuine expression. But how can we free ourselves from these invisible chains and live in harmony with our true selves regardless of others' opinions? Drawing on the wisdom of the gods and heroes of Greek mythology, along with the principles of Stoicism, we can find invaluable guidance to rediscover the value of authenticity and forge an indomitable inner strength. In ancient Athens, under the protective aegis of the goddess Athena, symbol of wisdom and strategy, the inhabitants sought guidance and inspiration. In this temple of knowledge, the goddess teaches us a fundamental principle: the importance of carefully selecting those from whom we accept advice and direction. Athena's lesson goes beyond the mere act of listening. It invites us to exercise discernment, assessing the experience and expertise of those around us before giving weight to their words. This pursuit of wisdom and guidance is not unlike the challenges we face today. We live in an era overloaded with information, where judgment and the opinions of others can easily overwhelm us. However, inspired by Athena, we can learn to distinguish between the voices worthy of being heard and those we can let pass. This not only helps us build a solid foundation for our personal growth, but also makes us more resilient to external influences that seek to deviate our trajectory. By adopting a selective approach to listening, we can surround ourselves with mentors and advisors whose knowledge and integrity reflect the values we wish to embody. Just like the citizens of Athens who turned to the goddess for guidance, we too can seek out reference figures who inspire us to overcome obstacles with courage and wisdom. This process of selection and learning not only enriches our life journey, but strengthens us against the destabilizing impact of others' opinions. In this way, by listening to the wisdom of Athena, we learn to build our self-esteem and confidence on solid and authentic foundations. Pursuing the knowledge and counsel of respectable figures, we chart a path that reflects our deepest aspiration to be true to ourselves, regardless of external voices. This is the first milestone on our journey towards authenticity and inner freedom. Hercules, the Greek hero known for his incredible labors, offers us an immortal example of how to transform challenges into triumphs. His adventures, filled with seemingly insurmountable obstacles, teach us a vital lesson: the power to restructure negative thoughts into opportunities for growth. Hercules faced each trial with the awareness that, no matter the difficulty, there was always a way out, a means to reorient the situation to his advantage. This principle is deeply rooted in Stoicism, which invites us to consider obstacles as exercises for our resilience and inner strength. When faced with criticism or doubts, both internal and external, we can ask ourselves, what would Hercules do? The answer inevitably pushes us to seek within ourselves the strength to convert the negative into positive, to transform the poison of others' words into an antidote. By adopting this mindset, we train ourselves to see beyond the veil of appearances, recognizing the intrinsic value of challenges as means to forge our character. Instead of being overwhelmed by the flow of negative thoughts, we can draw on our heroic heritage, recognizing that every difficulty conceals within it the seed of personal transformation. Thus, inspired by Hercules, we embrace our daily battles not as burdens, but as opportunities. Every criticism becomes an invitation to improve, every doubt a moment for introspection. In this way, we not only strengthen our self-esteem, but learn to walk with greater confidence on the path of our lives, aware that true strength resides in the ability to restructure our thoughts and actions towards a higher purpose. The ancient oracle of Delphi, keeper of one of humanity's most famous maxims, "Know thyself," invites us to an inner journey of reflection and self-discovery. This maxim, engraved on the frontispiece of the Temple of Apollo, reminds visitors of the vital importance of introspection for living a full and authentic life. In the context of Stoicism, this pursuit of self-knowledge is not just recommended but essential. Imagine standing before this mystic mirror of Delphi, invited to scrutinize not just our reflection, but also the essence of our soul. This exercise of reflection allows us to examine our actions, thoughts, and underlying motivations, paving the way for a deeper understanding of who we truly are. In this process, we become more aware of our virtues and areas for improvement, learning to value the former and work on the latter. Personal reflection, as practiced before the mirror of Delphi, frees us from the chains of others' judgment, allowing us to build self-esteem based on our true nature and not on what others wish to see in us. This path of self-knowledge teaches us to distinguish between constructive criticism and unfounded criticism, strengthening our resilience in the face of life's challenges. By embracing Delphi's invitation to know ourselves better, we engage in a daily practice of self-examination that sharpens our ability to live more consciously and intentionally. Through this practice, we not only improve our relationship with ourselves, but also learn to interact with others in a more authentic and compassionate manner, recognizing our shared humanity and common imperfections. In this inner journey, every moment of reflection becomes a step toward personal freedom and self-realization, proving that true wisdom resides in intimate knowledge of one's being. In the Greek pantheon, Apollo, deity of light, music, and poetry, symbolizes the celebration of excellence and the triumph of the human spirit. From him, we can learn the importance of recognizing and celebrating our successes, big and small. This practice not only strengthens our self-esteem, but also encourages us to pursue our goals with renewed enthusiasm. Celebrating our victories means taking a moment to acknowledge the work, dedication, and passion we have invested in our projects. Like Apollo with his lyre enchanting the gods of Olympus, so we can enchant our everyday life with the music of gratitude for the milestones achieved. This act of celebration transforms each success into a melodic note of an anthem to our personal growth. Through celebration, we create landmarks in our life that remind us of the steps taken and the path still to be walked. These moments become sources of inspiration and motivation, reminding us that every effort has its value and that every milestone is a step forward in the realization of our dreams. Moreover, celebrating our successes allows us to share our joy with others, creating deeper and more meaningful connections. This exchange of positive energy strengthens human bonds and spreads inspiration, inviting others to recognize and value their own successes. Apollo's example teaches us that celebration is an act of love towards ourselves and life itself. By welcoming each victory with gratitude and joy, we learn to live with greater fullness, recognizing the beauty and good that each day offers us. In doing so, we build a life rich in meaning, where each success, small or large, is a piece that contributes to the construction of our personal existential masterpiece. Artemis, goddess of the hunt and protector of wild creatures, teaches us the vital importance of establishing personal boundaries. Her independence and strength symbolize the ability to stand alone, protected from external influences that attempt to deviate our vital trajectory. Through her guidance, we learn to delineate our spaces, physical and emotional, to preserve our integrity and focus on our passions and goals. Establishing clear boundaries is essential to maintaining inner balance and living in harmony with ourselves and the external world. This process allows us to distinguish what is truly important to us, protecting us from the expectations and pressures of others that could lead us astray. Artemis invites us to honor our sacred space, to recognize the value of our solitude, and to celebrate our uniqueness. Learning to say no to requests that do not resonate with our values or distract us from our goals is an act of courage and self-esteem. It teaches us to respect ourselves and to demand the same respect from others, building relationships based on authenticity and mutual esteem. Following the example of Artemis, we can walk with confidence towards the realization of our dreams, safeguarded by the boundaries we have wisely erected. Aphrodite, symbol of love and beauty, invites us to celebrate love for ourselves, encouraging us to recognize our intrinsic value. This deity inspires us to look beyond imperfections, seeing them as distinctive signs of our uniqueness. Self-acceptance thus becomes an intimate journey, where we learn to nurture our inner well-being with kindness and compassion. In this journey, Aphrodite reminds us that love for ourselves is the foundation on which to build authentic and profound relationships with others. This daily practice of self-compassion frees us from the chains of external judgment, allowing us to live with greater serenity. Embracing love for ourselves, we face life with confidence, knowing that our strength lies in the ability to be true and celebrate our essence. Zeus, the ruler of the gods, teaches us to recognize and embrace impermanence as a fundamental truth of existence. His omniscient vision reminds us that everything in life, from joys to challenges, is transitory. This understanding liberates us from the fear of others' judgment, pushing us to live the present moment with greater fullness and gratitude. Impermanence, rather than being a cause for sadness, becomes a source of liberation. With this awareness, we realize that the opinion of others, like everything else, changes and passes. This allows us to focus on what is truly important: our path of personal growth, our passions, and our inner well-being. Zeus invites us to elevate our gaze beyond the daily trivialities, to embrace a broader vision of our existence. In this way, we can face life with serenity and strength, knowing that even the darkest clouds will eventually dissolve, leaving room for new horizons. By welcoming impermanence, we open ourselves to transformation and renewal, ready to let go of what no longer serves us and courageously welcome the new opportunities that life offers. This is the true wisdom of Zeus, living in harmony with the eternal cycle of change, finding stability in the awareness that everything flows and nothing remains unchanged. Through the lessons imparted by mythological figures and principles of Stoicism, we have explored how to free ourselves from the oppression of others' judgment and live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Each point has illuminated an aspect of our inner quest, guiding us towards a greater understanding of ourselves and the world around us. If you found value in this journey, I encourage you to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Your participation helps grow a community of individuals in search of wisdom, strength, and serenity in daily life. Remember, every day is an opportunity to grow, love, and live authentically. Join us on this journey of discovery and transformation.